Hey guys, Andrew here from Nightwalker Lab. So I got my hands on something completely different today, the LoopGear LOOPDOT. Okay, so on paper it's a 400 lumen keychain light with dual beams and USB-C charging, but under that it's actually a Tamagotchi for flashlight people. So it's got a pixel display on the front that plays games, like actual games, dice rolls, coin flips, rock, paper, scissors, even a bucket game. To control it, you twist this dial around the bezel and then you can shake it as well, so it vibrates to give you feedback, kind of like a fidget toy. So my biggest question when I saw this, is this a real flashlight that happens to have games, or is this just an expensive desk toy that also makes light? So by the end of this video, you know exactly who this is for, whether it's actually useful, and if you'll still be playing with it after the first week. First off, this is not a serious work light. If you're in law enforcement or need something for extended outdoor use, this isn't it. Yes, there's a red-blue police blinker in here, but no. Just get proper tools with proper runtime and durability. The LoopDot is for people who already own a main flashlight and want something fun on their keychain that they can double as a admin light. So it's like the flashlight equivalent of a fancy mechanical keyboard. Does it type better than a regular keyboard? Not really. But is it way more fun to use? For some, yes. So now the flashlight portion of the light is surprisingly good. In terms of controls and beam, I love it. To unlock the light, press the button on top here. You see this lock icon come up, spin it, and then it fills up, and then it unlocks. There's two beam types, a warm floodlight that's very easy on the eyes. The high CRI means you can see colors better when you're reading or working on something up close. You twist the dial here to go from 1 lumen all the way to 100 lumens. The dial is satisfying to turn. The clicks make it feel very mechanical and premium. And once you hit the lowest or highest brightness, the light vibrates to tell you you have reached either end. You can adjust the vibration strength or turn it off completely. So this is one of the coolest ways to control a flashlight now. So 100 lumens here lasts for about 90 minutes. Double press the button for turbo. This lasts 30 seconds at 270 lumens. Double press again and it dims back down to whatever you had it at. So floodlight mode gives you a smooth, even spread, no hotspot at all. This is what you use for walking at night or finding things in your bag. Now the numbers aren't impressive compared to brighter lights like night call, but in pitch black conditions, this will light up a room no problem. Perfectly fine for keychain use. Now to switch to spotlight, you can hold the button on top, and now you can twist between 1 lumen all the way to 150 lumens. 150 lumens lasts around 90 minutes as well. The beam distance on 400 lumen turbo here, double tap, is quite impressive, about 50 to 100 meters. Again, it's only for 30 seconds before this dims down to about 150 lumens. Spotlight helps you check house numbers from across the street, right, lighting up the end of a dark hallway, scanning parking lots at night. Perfectly adequate for EDC use. Now battery is a built-in 600 mAh capacity, which is okay for light of this size. For context, the Olight O-Clip Pro here has a 580 mAh battery size, so it's very comparable. USB-C charging at the bottom here, 0 to full in about 1 hour 40 minutes. The pixel display shows battery status, and you can strangely only use floodlight in medium brightness while charging. It doesn't let you do anything else except change the charging animation by double tapping. Now when it comes to carrying, the light itself is clean, no magnets or clips or anything, no lanyard point. There is 0 mounting options. Instead, they've included a phone case type of thing with a magnet and lanyard. So there is a version without the clip and one with a bike mount as well. So this case here doesn't protect the screen from scratches, but it does give you a strong clip on the back here and magnets, right, for hands-free use. And it has a lanyard point at the bottom as well. I really like this as a floodlight clip to the brim of my hat here like this. Right, it lights up everything that I'm working on and it doesn't glare on others. So it's very easy to adjust the brightness like this. Okay, so now this case also allows it to tail stand on a table like this. Without it, it will just fall over because everything is rounded. Unlike square lights like the O-Clip Pro here that can just stand on any surface like this. So I've seen some other reviews where the glass screen got scratched with keys and coins. So if you're going to throw this loose in your pocket just like this, you're gonna expect scratches. I always carry my lights in a bag or separate pocket. Now IPX6 water resistance, 1 meter drop rating, good enough for daily carry, but not good enough for serious abuse. Another thing that irritates me, to lock out the light once you are done using, you gotta tap 4 times. So turn it off first, then tap 1, 2, 3, 4, twist it to the lock icon here, and then tap once, then it's locked out. Not as intuitive as other models. Now with the flashlight side out of the equation, let's go with the main attraction, the pixel display here. What can you actually do with it? Is it really useful? So press the button to wake it up, twist the dial to navigate through the different menus, single click to select and double click to go out. It sounds simple, right? But it's not. I blinded myself several times at the start trying to figure out how to get around the menus because the flashlight is right above the display. And to get display settings from a flashlight, you have to do 4 taps. If you press wrongly and end up with 2 taps, you end up with a turbo right in your eyes, or 3 taps for strobe. 1, 2, 3, then bam! Right in your face while you're trying to look at the display screen here. This is incredibly annoying. Why would they do such a thing? So I lent this to a friend and he blinded himself as well, trying to get to the menu. A dedicated flashlight or display mode slider on the side would have made more sense. When you first turn this on, you're greeted with a bunch of icons that mean absolutely nothing to you. So is that a flame? Is that the game controller? Is that settings? No clue. There's no labels, no words, just icons. So I had to pull out the manual, watch a YouTube tutorial just to figure out basic navigation. The learning curve is very steep, but once you understand the system, it makes sense. But I tell you that first 20 minutes can be quite frustrating. Now the main menu has 4 sections here: flashlight mode, play mode, settings, and the lockout. We've covered the flashlight mode, so let's talk about everything else. Play mode is where things get quite weird. You've got dice roll, coin toss, lucky direction picker, basically random decision makers, right? You shake the light and it gives you results. Is this useful? Not really. Is it fun at 2 AM when you're bored with friends? Maybe. Then there's the merit game where you just spin the dial to earn points and fill up squares. So 52 squares per page, max 100 pages. It's literally just spinning and watching the numbers go up. It's strangely satisfying if you like this sort of thing. Now water bottle mode tilts the virtual water based on how you hold the light. Again, completely pointless but also strangely satisfying and attention grabbing. So the germ catching game actually has some depth to it. You catch falling germs, clear obstacles, and as you progress through levels, the gem drops faster. Now my kids love this one. It's simple enough to pick up and has that one more try addictive quality. I did play with these for the first few days, but after that the novelty kind of wears off for most of them. Slightly more practical are the timer, stopwatch, and counter. So timer mode lets you twist the dial to set the time, click to start, and it vibrates when done. Stopwatch works exactly as you expect. Click the start, twist, or triple click pause. It records up to 4 lap times, but it's incredibly complex. Counter mode just adds or minus 1 per dial rotation. Then it vibrates every 10 counts. But the problem with these, when do you actually use these counter timers over your phone? Your phone has a timer that you can set in 3 seconds. The LoopDot's low resolution display makes it harder to understand what's going on. I found myself wasting a lot more effort trying to understand what the numbers actually mean than actually getting things done. This is close to being useful, but the limited screen resolution is a real weakness for these kind of features. There's a whole section for visual effects under this happy icon face. Most useful would be the beacon blinks, right? All red for cycling, then there's a red-blue for police here. Okay, and also a red-white for emergency services. Okay, others are just cosmetic. You got gradient scrolling patterns, you got this matrix style looking thing. You can adjust speed and colors of this as well. Then there's a photo album mode. So there's no photos here, even though they call it photo album. You just need to pick the alphabet, it just scrolls for you. Next up, you got your settings menu. Now see, why does this icon represent settings and the other one game and display? You would never know the first time you see this. So anyway, within it you can adjust vibration strength, pixel brightness. Now full brightness will drain the battery faster, so you can dial it down if you don't need it. I run mine at the lowest setting because the pixels are very bright and very visible. The direction of the dial can be reversed if clockwise doesn't feel natural to you. Auto timer here adjusts how long the light stays active before going to sleep. Again, what does this number mean? 10 seconds? 10 minutes? 10 hours? I don't know. So here's my take on the display. The games are a novelty, but that wears off. The timer, the counter sound useful, but your phone does it better. The blinking modes are the only functional parts that complement the main light. Other fancy flashy displays like this are just for aesthetics. So is this essential? No. The steep learning curve is annoying, but once you're past it, the display becomes part of the experience rather than a gimmick. This is clearly for someone who already has a whole drawer of lights and wants something different. It's also for someone who appreciates mechanical keyboards, custom keycaps, and fidget cubes. Right? They want their tools to spark joy, not just be functional. For something of the same size, O-Light, O-Clip Pro, all function, none of the fancy features. You got your Nightcore, TUP2, Tiny 3, all incredible lights at far greater performance to price ratio. The LoopDot isn't competing on specs, it's competing on is this more enjoyable to own and use. For the right person, yes. It's kind of like a hobby light for people who collect EDC gear. This is a desk toy that you can also use as a real flashlight, or a real flashlight that doubles as a desk toy. Yeah, however you want to frame it. For the price, if you're an EDC collector who wants something different, this delivers. If you just need a reliable light, dozens of better options exist. So at the price point, this makes a very amazing gift if you ask me. Very premium feel. Link is below if you want to check it out. And remember, comment below on whether this is your style or if you prefer to stick with more traditional lights. I'll see you in the next one. MJ signing out.